After 7 long, painful years, my boy Matt is finally back. Once upon a time, there was a show called Daredevil. It ran for 3 seasons on a streaming service named Netflix. Then it was abruptly canceled in October of 2018, and then was removed from the service in 2021, only to find a new home on Disney+. Thankfully, Disney didn't censor it to high heaven, and instead actually released it in its full TVMA format, with all the blood, guts, and head bashings galore. And I was beyond excited when they announced that Daredevil Born Again was going to happen, with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio both reprising their roles as Daredevil and Kingpin. Now, of course, there was a lot of controversy as to whether or not this would actually be delivering on a solid follow-up to Daredevil. For the longest time, the narrative was going to be a completely separate, isolated thing from the actual Netflix show that people love, which was really stupid considering you brought back the same actors and now you're not going to do that. But with this new trailer, we have confirmation that that is not the case. This is, in fact, basically season 4 of Daredevil. And I think Marvel realized that when they saw how fans did not respond well to how these characters were treated in the other shows that they popped up in. Of course, it was great seeing Daredevil in No Way Home, but how he was treated in She-Hulk was absolutely tone deaf. It was a complete shift from the serious, gritty nature of the Daredevil Netflix series that was TVMA. It was violent, it was intelligently written, and now we have him in this Looney Tunes fourth wall breaking piece of crap pass for a comedy. And while I'll admit it was nice that they tried to homage the original yellow and red suit, that did not translate well to live action. I know a lot of people were hesitant when this was announced. They said that it was going to have 18 episodes in the first season.
It is going to be an 18-episode first season. 18 episodes. Daredevil Born Again.
That has since been, retconned. That is not happening anymore. After the reshoots of this show, they changed everything. They realized what they were working on was absolute garbage. It was going to be like the first 4 episodes, Matt wasn't even going to be in the suit. He hadn't been Daredevil for years. Karen and Foggy were going to be completely written out of the show, saying that they just were killed off screen before the show even started, which that sounds absolutely horrible. I can't believe they were even entertaining that idea. They were also going to recast Vanessa at one point, and there was talks that they were going to do the same for Elektra, but thankfully in recent years they decided, you know what, we need to go back to the drawing board and start over completely. So everything they were working on got scrapped. They started over with new writers and they reshot everything, brought back Karen and Foggy. They got the right actress to play Vanessa. They brought in the guy who played Bullseye, and the piece of resistance, they brought back John Bernthal as the Punisher. A bunch of set photos were dropping left and right. A trailer got leaked from Comic-Con or D23, one of the two, and we didn't have an official look at this until now. And can I just say, this looks great. This looks like the original show that we had all those years ago that is to this day still my favorite TV show of all time. I am so glad that they are keeping it violent. At first I wasn't sure what they were doing in the trailer, and then all of a sudden you get the scene where he breaks the guy's arm and it starts bleeding through his shirt. Yeah, okay, they're going MA. I'm glad they are. I mean, they did it with Echo, so I would hope they would still, but at this point, I wasn't sure. We got to see a lot in this trailer. We got to see our first look at Muse, who's a villain that I am not entirely familiar with. Apparently, he debuted back in 2016, so I'm not super immersed into what his lore is or anything like that. I'm going to have to deep dive before the show actually comes out, but he at least looks cool. We got a glimpse at White Tiger as well. I believe that's who that was. And I'm also happy that we're picking up with Bullseye himself, Dex from season 3, so I'm looking forward to seeing his return. Action looks awesome. I am very happy to see that they are still keeping this consistent with the original show, making it that TVMA violent nature that the show needed to stay consistent. I mean, if this was going to get dumbed down to TV-14 or PG-13 or whatever, and just it wouldn't have packed the same punch, like Daredevil is, I'm not a big fan of making everything rated R, but the Daredevil show, the way that worked, it fit so well with the nature of the series and just the characters involved. And if you did anything less than that, it would just feel watered down. So I'm glad they're still sticking with that. And, I think that was a clear indicator when we had a TVMA Echo series drop in early 2024 that absolutely no one watched. I will say, though, the one shot that stood out to me in this trailer was this right here. This felt the most Disney Plus of the entire trailer. Why? I mean, it's obviously a CG generated shot. That just doesn't seem like something we would have seen in the Netflix show. Is it that big of a deal? No. It looks cool, it's cinematic, but it just stuck out to me. I think that was a clear indicator that this is in the hands of different creatives, but I don't think that this is in the hands of the wrong creatives. I think the show will do well, and I am very much looking forward to it. But to be fair, tone, violence does not guarantee quality. Will this be a good show? I certainly think so. Why? Well, because apparently Jon Bernthal was not happy initially when he signed on to what they were actually shooting before all the reshoots and everything. And I think now he's in a better place, or at least feels better about it. And let's be real, Jon Bernthal lives and breathes Punisher. He knows the character very well. He knows what fans are going to want. And so if he was seeing something on the page that didn't translate well, that wasn't sitting well with him, and now he's finally giving his approval over what the new stuff is, I think it's in good hands. Like I said earlier, Karen and Foggy are back. I think that's a clear indicator that things are going in the right direction. The whole idea of killing them off screen would have been a horrible disservice and a spit in the face to every fan of the original series. I am just happy that we have this show back. There's rumors that they're going to be making a Punisher show. Take that with a boulder of salt. I don't know if we're going to see Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, or Luke Cage back. There is rumors that Jessica Jones could possibly show up. I think Kristen Ritter even dropped some hint about that a while ago. I don't know for sure, but Mike Coulter, Evil got canceled, so does he have anything else to do? I don't know if they'll bring back Finn Jones or if they're going to go with the other Iron Fist from the comics that I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But it's entirely possible that we see these characters come back again. Will they be crammed into Secret Wars? Who knows? All we know right now is Daredevil is back, the show looks awesome, and I am super excited. I have been rewatching the series to prep for this, and I suggest that you do the same. So get excited, comment down below how excited you are, what you think is going to happen, what your predictions are. Give this video a like, subscribe, click the links in my description if you want to follow me on other social media platforms. But until next time, guys, God be with you, and take care.